Good morning, everyone. Well, I know we've been dealing with rain already this morning in eastern Iowa, but this is the activity ahead of the cold front. We still have to get through the cold front, so that means more rain is on the way, a chance for storms, and unfortunately a small chance for some severe storms as well. So 8 a.m. this morning, really just isolated showers out there, so nothing big. But what I'm concerned about is what's going to happen about 11 a.m. this morning. It looks like that's when activity is going to start to organize along the front, which at this point will be somewhere around Waterloo. So the initial storms could fire up somewhere around Iowa City and Waterloo about 11 a.m. this morning, and then they're going to be pushing to the east. So the most likely time we're going to see storms in the Quad Cities looking like about 1 o'clock this afternoon. Most likely 1 o'clock this afternoon, just some heavy rain and lightning, but there could be a couple storms that overachieve and produce some hail and perhaps some damaging wind. That said, this is not going to be an all-day severe weather threat. This front is going to be clear of us by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and that'll be the end for the storm chance, the severe weather threat, but still some lingering showers. Also, it looks like this isn't going to be a front where the temperatures instantly plunge behind it. It looks like it's going to take a while for that colder air to come in. So I still think for the Quad Cities, reaching highs in the low 70s, and consider yourselves lucky because it's not going to be nearly that warm for the rest of the state. Even Waterloo, probably only seeing highs in the low 60s. And then check out Mason City, Fort Dodge, Sioux City, where there's no severe weather threat, no storm chance. Highs are only going to be in the 50s out there. Now, the other thing I've got to mention, though, is that once the front clears us, it's going to get very windy. We're looking at gusts in eastern Iowa, 35 to 40 miles per hour. And especially once you get those gusts around 40 miles per hour, just not very pleasant to be out, and leading to a little bit of a wind chill factor as well, at least for places like Waterloo. When you get those kind of winds, when you still have temperatures in the 70s, usually not too bad. Let's talk about what's going to happen with the rain chance. Certainly the best rain chance over with by 3 o'clock, but I still have to mention that the chance for isolated showers is going to be sticking around. Now, as we get later and later into the evening and becoming less and less likely you're going to see rain, but notice 6 o'clock, still got to mention the chance anywhere in eastern Iowa for a quick shower. It's still going to be quite windy. And the evening hours tonight, don't cancel your evening plans. Notice how our temperatures are dropping to the 50s and the upper 40s over in Mason City. And it's going to be staying breezy. Again, it's going to be so windy during the afternoon. It's going to take a while for those winds to die down. So gusts are still going to be 20, 25 miles per hour through the evening hours. 9 o'clock this evening, at this point, we're talking about stray showers. So the chance of rain is really low, but not quite zero. And I still think we're going to be dealing with some stray showers through the overnight hours and possibly into tomorrow morning as well, especially for the northeastern part of the state before all of this rain completely exits the area. So, the severe threat. What is the worst case scenario? Well, I will stress that most likely just some heavy rain and lightning with these storms. But can't rule out a couple of storms overachieving. And if we get an overachieving storm, could be talking about penny-sized hail at the largest. Now, that's not going to leave dents in your car, damage your roof, but could cause some plant damage. The thing I'm most concerned about are some strong wind gusts. Again, we're going to see widespread wind gusts, 35, 40 miles per hour, and there could be a couple storms produce 40, 45 mile per hour wind gusts, but I'm a little concerned about maybe 1 or 2 storms producing up to 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Can't completely rule that out. And though the chance is very low, it's not quite zero. We could see a quick EF0 or EF1 tornado. Again, the window is very small for all of these threats. 11 a.m. this morning until 3 o'clock this afternoon. It's also possible you could, if you get right under one of those thunderstorms, pick up an inch of rain, but that's not going to cause flooding. Now, where are all of these threats? Though I mentioned they're small for everyone. Where is it most likely? Well, it's very small chance for Waterloo and Cedar Rapids because that's where those storms are basically going to be forming about 11 a.m. noon this morning. So it may be possible that the storms actually form a little bit to the east of Waterloo. We've got to leave the chance in the storms form right over Waterloo, and then yes, one of those storms could be severe. The greater chance is for places like the Quad Cities, Muscatine, Dubuque, because it looks like the storms will develop around Waterloo and push to the east, so they'll have the chance to intensify a little bit. So looking slightly more likely, you might see some damaging wind or some penny-sized hail if you're in the Quad Cities versus places farther to the west. So not what you want to hear on a Saturday, the chance for severe storms, but the good news is it is a low chance and will be over with by 3 o'clock this afternoon.